YouTubers, Subdiet14 here, and today I'm reviewing The Walking Dead Season 5 Episode 4. I think I even need to say who the character of the episode is. It's obviously Beth. We finally get to see her after quite a while ago, back in Season 4 we last saw her. And that was ages ago. She wakes up in a hospital, a bit like how Rick woke up in a hospital actually. When she was walking down the corridors, it did remind me exactly when Rick was like all confused and he was walking down and he saw a dead body on the floor. That reminded me exactly of that scene. Sorry that I don't really know the names of the other characters who first featured in this episode, but yeah, I'm too stupid to know. The doctor, which I'm going to call him, he seemed alright. I think that Beth can trust him because he has been very honest. And obviously there is a bit of trust in him because when Beth injected the guy with the wrong medicine, whatever it was, he found out that it was wrong, but he didn't go telling the woman cop, as I'm going to call her. Woman cop, just a bitch really, that's what she is, and Beth sort of told her straight at the end, and she just gets so mad and loses it and takes out on Beth, just hits her like that. Don't know why, but she literally just is a bitch, and that's her character. At least that's what I've got from that so far. Officer Perv, I think you all know who I'm talking about, who well, he's a bit of a rebel, isn't he? A bit of a rapey rebel, touching up Beth. He even said something like, woman officer, he kept trying to touch her up and that. And he was, wow, I hated his character so much, worse than woman officer, because for some reason he just thought it was necessary. And he was a bit loopy, and he's meant to be an officer, so that didn't really add up 100%. Bit weird. Now, a character who I actually know his name, Noah, who is actually in the Walking Dead Survival Instinct game, which is quite nice how they took his character out of that. And it makes a change from, I know I'm always saying, oh, it's good that they brought these elements from the comics, but it's good that they're actually bringing like the game or something. I think they should do this a bit more often, because even in the like cartoon, like episode 1 by Telltale Games, they should get characters from there, and I know they won't be exactly the same, but like have them like in real life. Characters who we just sort of met, or even ones who are dead, just bring them back, because they're not going to relate it to the game. So I think that'd be a good idea to try for future seasons, episodes. Anyway, let me talk about Noah. I think that we are all very attached to his character because he is very loyal, and he did stick up for Beth. Because when she messed up, he sort of said, oh, it was me, sorry, I knocked over. Even took the beating for her, and they hardly know each other. So, round of applause for that guy. Poor Beth, she was still quiet as anything, and she was forced into holding down that woman. And that must have just been horrible for her. And don't forget, Officer Perv as well, he didn't help. And I like this kind of escape plan that Noah and her did, because it was kind of like in the movies where they're in prison and they're doing like a plan to escape, and that's what it felt like for Beth, I'm pretty sure, like a prison. And I thought it was very cool, and it was quite intense because Officer Perv, once again, he came in, but Beth sort of managed to get out of there. Then it all goes wrong. She helps Noah, which is nice that she's, as they sort of quote in the episode, owing someone back. I know the woman officer said that, like, you owe us. she owed Noah, and that's what she did. She stuck loyal like he did earlier in the episode. And so he escaped. And we see a smile on her face when they get her. She was happy, she was glad that she helped him, although he was a bit injured. So we don't know how far he's going to get. This leads me to the ending, where it turns out that Carol is on like one of the hospital beds being carried through, and Beth instantly recognises it as her. And this is going to be interesting to see how the hell did Carol get there. My theory is that Noah's going to bump into Daryl because Daryl's going after Carol because somehow she's got captured. And I think Noah's going to tell Daryl like, oh yeah, Beth's in there as well, but if there's any survivors, go back, recruit, and then Rick and the group are just going to go in there and save Carol and Beth. So that's my theory. Don't know if it's right, but that's what I think that will happen. And the person who Daryl was talking to in episode 3 was Noah. Time to rate it. Well, this was quite a slow episode, and it was a bit like when the governor, he had his own episode, but for some reason I found more interest into that one, I think. I have to rewatch it to compare it. That'll be pretty good. So I will give this, I'm being really harsh here, 6 out of 10. I think that's been a little bit kind, but I didn't find it that interesting. I know there's not much you can do, and we did see Beth again, but watching as that was a standalone episode wasn't that great to me. It just dragged on a bit, and I'm not always expecting action and that to happen. I know it'd be really hard to try and make it different, but I don't know, I just didn't enjoy it that much. But it was interesting, like little bits in it, with like Noah and Carol at the end. So it did keep me going on. It's quite interesting the direction they've gone with adding Carol in and dragging on a bit with Beth still there, because I thought that maybe Beth would escape in this episode, but no, they've dragged it a little bit, but I'm alright with that. It's okay, you can't just expect her to escape straight away. Like season 5, episode 1, Escaping Terminus. So that's it for me. Thank you very much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. Please leave a like, it means a lot to me. Subscribe, I really appreciate it. That really means a lot to me. And I'll see you in episode 5, my next review. Thanks for watching. Bye.